There we go. We're on. Hello. Sorry, I'm a little teeny tiny bit late. I am just gonna sort my windows out here, and then we will get started. There you guys are. Sample Lips, Branches, Stephanie, Giamiabia. Yes, Timewalking is the plan, and thankfully I set up the stream info the other day, because otherwise I would not have had it set up yet. And then it would go out and it would be like, Matt runs, and everybody would be very disappointed when, I don't know about disappointed. I feel like all of these activities are equal levels of exciting. I have some tea that's steeping in the kitchen, so I'm not going to get too settled in just yet. I am currently in the world's tiniest amount of grief because I really liked the sweater I was wearing and I was really comfy. And then it got too warm for it, so I had to change. And I maybe could have made it work, but the thing is I'm making hot tea because I'm too stubborn to not drink hot tea. So I've turned the AC on. It's doing something. The blackout curtain kind of stifles it a little bit, but I get awkwardly backlit if I open that one, so we'll see. That's my tea timer, so I will be back in just a second. Okay. That was just trip one. Hang on, I have one more. I've got a lot of stuff. We are loaded up and ready to go. Or, on our way to being ready to go. One of these days, I'm going to be ready on time so that I don't have to start the stream and, shuffle around. I feel like people watching on the VoD probably start it, and then they, skip ahead, and then they skip ahead. It's like, okay, well, when is she actually here? I just don't want to start it late because I don't want to make anybody worried that they, forgot the time, or I'm looking for the cloth I used to clean my glasses. I must always clean my glasses at the beginning of the stream. That's the rule. It's how life works. I have oh, here it is. Okay, we're good. I'm a little bit scattered today. Brian, thank you very much for becoming a sponsor. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I hope you enjoy the stream and your fresh emotes. I was a little bit confused about what to say for a second because I think YouTube is renaming sponsorships. I don't know if they're renaming them for gaming channels, but they are rolling them out to more channels under the name... I forget. It's a different word. I don't know. It means the same thing, and nothing changes. Okay, I skip ahead and chat. There we go. Hazel is on Lightbringer. That's true. Can you ask Ruby to go to bed now? She has seen you, please, Ruby. It's time for bed. It's time for bed. Someone told me that if I level or get the pet, I get his Mount Falcon's... Someone told me that if I level or get pet, I get his Mount Falcon's heir. Is it just me, or does that not mean... What do you mean? The channel thanks new sponsors when Hazel is AFK. Oh no. Happy Friday, Hazel. Watched the VoD from Tuesday. Was excited to see my new color nut today. You have the silver nut. You were upgraded. All of my astral... hang on. I am having a day. And by a day, I mean a several month period where I'm legitimately concerned that I'm getting more scattered. Hi Hazel, hello all. Got my Astral Cloud Serpent yesterday, only after 3 runs. Mimiron's still to lose though, glad to be here. Welcome Kevin. Congrats on your Cloud Serpent. That's really, really cool. Alright. Okay. We got glasses, we got some tea. I already put some milk in this. I've got some tea here. We're not doing sugar today. This is Earl Grey. in our fancy cup with the fancy spoon we got in the more recent fancy cup that all matches the hair, which is very important. I guess I'm gonna put that spoon somewhere. And I also have like teaspoons on my desk, but I think these were here because I was like thinking, I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm gonna, hang on. I don't want to pour milk on my speaker disc. That breaks it. We've been there before. I need to consume some of this. So the point of today, I'm gonna log in so we can at least get loaded in. The point of this stream is to figure out, for me, what I need from Timewalking still. Hang on, I made myself more off camera. How did I do that? That's the wrong way. Figure out what I still need from Timewalking in terms of toys, figure out how many that is, and then designate that many alts and do at least one dungeon on each of them for that initial bonus. That's the plan. I'm hoping there's a really nice, easy, straightforward way to figure out what's from Timewalking. I'm gonna try and just like search for Time Warp badge. Hopefully that'll do it. What realm did you change your U account to, or do you prefer not to say? Oh, I'm on Arathor. I don't mind saying. I just want to temper expectations as to what I'm gonna be doing on any of them. On EU, I haven't done a whole lot yet in my EU career, but I'm mostly just planning on having it be a place to kind of like experiment in farming gold and use that gold to procure pets for European winners of the Patreon giveaway. That's the main goal there. Farming lockboxes for Ravenholt Rip while watching. Ooh, that's a fun one. I did that at the end of the last expansion, and that was like my favorite part. That was the last thing I think I did for Insane, and that one was not too bad. Jealous about the Astral. What are your thoughts about the third faction? There's a third faction? I have never heard of it. It sounds not true. But I miss things all the time. I make mistakes all the time. I am never going to say that I am the sole correct source of information, because that is never true. Alright, I have missions to turn in. So, anything to send out? I have not been able to get any legendary follower equipment on this character, and it's driving me nuts. Okay. Toy journal. That's not the keybind, that's the keybind. Toy box. Time warp. No. Alright, well no, that's just the timeless isle stuff. Is there any single keyword that will show me the time walking rewards in the journal, or am I gonna need to like go look up from a website? If I unlock an allied race in one server, yes. Yeah, once you've unlocked it, that access is account-wide within a region. So as long as you have like just an EU account or just an NA account, then you can go to any server that you want within your region and be totally fine. And the region thing comes into play for almost nobody. Very few people play on both sides because there's no real reason to. Did you get my tweet? Which one? I think so. I remember reading your name on a tweet. Did I not reply? Have you ever had Sun Tea? No, I don't think I have. Why did you leave Draenor? There was an auction house issue where access to the auction house during peak hours it felt very throttled. We never got official confirmation as to whether it was being intentionally throttled or if it was a side effect of like server overload. But if you log on to Draenor during peak hours and try and sell stuff, there's like I would expected it to be laggy because I'm connecting from North America, but it was exceptionally laggy. It was like 5 to 10 seconds per action, and it was just unacceptable. I couldn't play like that. Not when selling stuff is like the whole goal of me being over there. Heidi, thank you very much for the super chat. Very cool to be here live, usually listening to these VoDs as a background noise, doing some missing Midsummer achievements tonight. I wish you the best of luck on those, and thank you very much. I considered, hang on, I'm just gonna start a time walk, because either way, I'm gonna need to do them, so I'm just gonna start doing them, I guess. Is there any better way to figure it out, like I know when you go to Stormwind, it'll be like, so Kiatke is one of the vendors, so she's got the Cataclysm stuff, so there are 2 toys that I need from Cataclysm. If you go Shatrath, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 that I need from that, so that we're up to 6. If you go to the Timeless Isle, it's 1, 2, 2 toys from that. So that's what, 8? Is my math all right? Are we still good? 8? A lot. We're gonna need to do a lot of time walking. So I will fill groups. These are for single runs, and I'm gonna be making a new group every time. So I will be disbanding at the end of each run. I'm just gonna start it. It's gonna be called Hi, I'm Hazel. And I can heal or DPS, it doesn't really matter. And I will accept the first 4 people within the what do you call it? Parameters, requirements. You made Ruby so happy. It was better than getting a nanny tree. Thank you so much. If I use my Twitch Prime sub on you, do you still get money even though you don't use Twitch anymore? Not sure how it works. Want to support you. Well, that's very sweet. I don't think... I never set myself up... I never had the option for Twitch subs, and I never applied for the affiliate program because I had stopped streaming on Twitch by the time they came out with that. So I don't know if you would even have a button for it. Alright, so DPS 1, tank, healer, and then one more DPS. There we go. There we go. Hang on. That's right, yeah? Yeah. Cool. Okay, I need to wear headphones. I misplaced them. Where did I put them? I remember putting them somewhere where I wouldn't drop them. Hang on, just 1 second. 1 second. The only peril of wireless headphones is that occasionally they do wander. I'm gonna pick up the quest unless one of you has it. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish the quest, but I may as well have it, just in case. Okay. Hello Hazel, use a lot of your pet guides online. First time watching live material. Welcome! Welcome. Streams are usually a little slightly different than the pet guides, mostly because on those ones I try to present useful information, and on streams I mostly just listen to myself talk for 2 hours. Pretty good at it. Have a lot to say. There we go. There we go. Here, I will share just in case anybody's missing that, and then I promise I'll queue it. Red Dungeon, Timewalking, and I'm DPS. That's right. Okay, I need some tea. I feel like I have a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Nothing important, nothing like announcement. I don't remember. I don't have a lot of legendaries since Priest, which makes me sad because I want to run through this with like the Heart of Azeroth chest on. That'd be really cool. So we're going one at a time. First time catching you live, trying to get the field medic title while I listen to the stream. I wish you the very, very best time with that. You are a braver soul than I am. That's a worthwhile pursuit, but that one's rough. Tea made in a glass jar outside in the summer. I think it's a southern thing. Most of the time you put sugar and ice in it, but I know people that drink it hot. Interesting. I feel like I read about something similar to that at some point, and I was concerned, like, what stops it from getting... I mean, I'm sure it's probably not, like, a huge issue, but what prevents it from having, like, bacteria? Like, something... Like, if it's just outside in the sun, warm, and it's not disinfected in any way, I'm not that it's probably... I'm sure if everybody's doing it, then it's probably mostly safe. I'm a well-known consumer of raw cookie dough, so I can't really talk about safety. Argosian Reach, Army the Light are two easiest reps I've been farming. They're not terribly difficult as far as reps go. The problem is that because something so cool is behind them, and you typically just really want to, like, you want to get started. Like, when you decide, I want to make a Void Elf, or I'm going to make this Light Force Draenei character, you don't really want to go, well, okay, well, you can do that later. You know, first you're going to have to do 2 weeks of world quests, and world quests are, like, significantly less fun when they're not the thing that you want to do. Like, if, what most people grinding those reps right now are not grinding them for the joy of doing it, or for, like, the mounts that you get for Argosian Reach. Do you think anybody's gonna get the, it would be really cool if we saw what do you call it? I don't deserve to have this drop, because I can never, ever, ever remember the name. The mount that drops in Timewalking, that'd be really neat. I've never even seen one drop. I don't even necessarily want it, I want to see somebody get it. Do you think in BFA we will get given one, seeing as we put the work in? Won't be any harder in BFA. I think it would be unfair otherwise. Hang on, I need to scooch up. It's 3v3. The vicious mounts. I do not think that vicious mounts for 2s will be retroactive. No. Right? Yeah. It's not gonna be retroactive. There's no way. You're live. I've never been off on a day you streamed. No worries. Welcome to the stream. Time to farm for Spineclaw Crab. Been doing that since yesterday evening. Killed 22 rare crabs, but still no pet. Oof. Oof, that one's rough. I need a new spot to camp my rare camping character, because I've been moving that gnome priest that I have around. Ooh, boss time. I've been moving the gnome priest, not priest, pardon me, my gnome mage, around, you know, Draenor and around Pandaria, farming and camping these rares that drop toys. And I'm at a point where I've kind of got most of them. Not most of the toys. I'm still only like 300 and... How many toys do I have? 332, I'm at 332. So we're like 50 up from where we started a couple weeks ago, but still not really close to 400 yet. And I'm kind of struggling to find new rares to camp that have like a reasonably good toy drop rate. I just finished getting the battle horn off of Blackhoof. And I've got all the Tan Jungle ones with the exception of the Black Moon one because that one's not okay. That one's not cool. Alright, we're going this one. Alrighty. I remember when this mechanic first happened and then it was like a big... They added it a couple of times. They did this in a raid. They did it in... Oh boy. They did it in a raid pretty... I don't remember how long after it was, but I remember thinking it was going to be like a big thing. And then it didn't really turn into much of a thing. They ended up doing the walkers mechanic instead, like the thing at the end of Vault of the Wardens, where there's like a line of walking things, you walk in the gap. They're all about that. They still are. There's a boss fight in Uldir that uses that mechanic. Your dungeon queue pop was real loud. Oh no! Oh, I'll have to look into that. I've been having some really weird things going on with my sound lately. Normally my desktop PC sound, in order to make everything like not blow up my ears, I have to have it around like 20, and then I turn everything down like a lot because for whatever reason it just scales like really high. I guess we're doing to this one, or which one? This one? Yeah. And but this week, ever since I think it was a Windows update, maybe I did some kind of update, and it's been completely thrown off. So, oh, and the other thing is we actually turned desktop sound way up when we were for something. I turned it up for something. I'll turn it up. There we go. oh, no. I don't want to stand in that. This boss fight's really long. Alright, so that should be quieter next time. Whoops, daisies. My artifact weapon is almost max. You still use the pet add-on. I came back to WoW. All my add-ons are now out of date. I still use every add-on that is in my most recent pet add-on video. I know the video is like at least a year, if not 2 years old, but I do still use everything in it, yes. I thought your dungeon queue is my friend ninja queuing us. Still don't have Legion flying. I have all the requirements, but the Suramar story, should I even try to get it in Nightborn? Yes, absolutely, 100%. You're gonna want those unlocked at some point for something. And you absolutely have enough time to do it. That one's a pretty easy one. You should totally do it. Hey Hazel, I'm glad I'm able to get the Midsummer event toys thanks to the free WoW weekend. I stopped my account and BOA came out. Nice. I never even thought about the timing for that. That is a good thing. I'm hoping that the Midsummer toys are cool. I never really looked at them because I was very committed to not worrying about toys for a while. Oh boy. Ooh, I need to do more damage. I promise I'm trying. It's just apparently I'm not really getting anywhere. Do I have a meter? I'm trying. There's an effort's been made there. Also, I'm reading chat, so I'm not using the most of my brain. What was I gonna say? Oh, Midsummer toys. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at them. I don't even know when they came out, honestly. I just know that I don't have them and that they're not new. Those are the 2 data points that I have. We love a streamer queen. Started a new Shadow Priest. Don't have misery. What do I do? You don't have misery. Oh, right, because you're new. You suffer. You suffer and you just pretend that that's you getting closer to the void. It's leveling a second priest after you've had a first one is, oh yeah, she's immune, is stressful. Oh, this one. I'm gonna use my my dude, my little Shadow Fiend dude. Yeah, I went through the same thing when I was leveling this priest. Scroll down a little, catch up a little bit. You looking forward to the B mount? Of course, yes. The B mount, the Caravan Brutosaur. Although I'm really feeling like when I get the 2 mil, if it's not BFA yet, I'm really thinking like I might spider, like I might buy the spider mount first, even though I know I'm gonna need that gold later, just so that I can, like, you know, it might be more fun to farm gold for the Caravan Brutosaur after, like, atop the back of a super baller spider, you know? And, I don't know. Like, part of me wants it. Part of me wants to just do it. I forgot to mention the Karaji Guardling pet spawn. Any good Cataclysm rep rewards? Karaji Guardling is, not technically specifically Midsummer, it's just kind of incidental. It's like the season thing, although that is a good thing to mention. I probably should have put that in the blog. And then for Cataclysm rep rewards, I don't know. I actually haven't really thought about it. There's gotta be, were there mounts? I don't really remember. I did them, oh, I tripped. Oh, we all tripped. Oh, that's really upsetting. Look at the 2%! Oh, no. Oh, no. Maybe they can, oh, we can release. What? How does that work? Why is that a thing? Okay, I'm not complaining. Sure. Oh, man. All right, well, where'd we go? Where are we at? Oh, no, she died. We did it! Man. That was quite the fight. Sylvanas' purple pudding is rough. Yeah, I probably just should have focused on doing a little bit more damage. Time Traveler's leggings. I love it when I get transmog from this. That's always good. 4K more subs, make it happen. I'm not in a huge rush, mostly because I know that I want to do merch when I hit 100K, and I'm not quite ready yet. I cannot for the life of me settle on a design for the limited one. I have a sample on the way for the not limited shirt, but I can't figure out, like, I need to commission somebody to help me, but I've been looking through portfolios and I just, like, anybody that's available, I don't have faith in my ability to tell them what I want specifically enough to get what I want from it. I don't know. Keywayne, thank you very much for the super chat. I don't know what you're saying. Duma, have a good day. I'm gonna guess that that's a have a good day, which means thank you. It's very nice. Appreciate that. I will have a void elf. The Midnight Court and Twilight Vineyards. Oh yeah, for mana. You know what my favorite thing to do for mana actually is lately, and this is probably not very useful for a brand new, depends on what you've already done, but if you have, by chance, already gotten the Underlet Angler, my new favorite way of getting mana, because on all of my priests, or on my other priest anyways, I stuck the Mana Divining Stone in my bank and I never got it back out, so whenever, like, I can't really find mana very easily because I'm just too lazy to go get that thing from my bank. And I don't want it to sit in my bags. There's a whole bag slot. I have, so, what I do instead is I take my Underlet Angler and I just go fishing in the Runescale Koi pools, and you get a pretty good amount of Lace Scale Koi, which give you 25 mana each, and you get more of them from those big barrels that you pull up, so you do get them, you can get them without the Underlet Angler, but you will get them faster with it. Oh man, this is gonna be a long dungeon. Why is my icon dark acorn? It looks silver? Yeah, you got the silver acorn. You got the silver acorn. That is the 3-month edition. At 6 months, I believe, you upgrade to silver acorn with void butterfly, and there will be a void butterfly on it. There's ranks now. There's ranks. They're all nuts. They're all acorns, but they rank up. Caught you again. I have such advanced altitis. Every time I watch you play, I consider a shadow priest. That means that I'm doing good things. It's so fun. You're so purple. I need to test the Glyph of Shadow again on the beta, because last time I checked it was before they fixed shadow form, and now that there's a new shadow form that looks like really dark and shadowy, I might need to do that. You may have noticed, I actually used Glyph of the Dark Friends. I haven't used that in ages because I always used to use Glyph of Shadow instead because I wanted to be able to see my transmog, and they were not, and they still are continuing to be not interchangeable. You have to pick one or the other, or they're not, what's the word? They're exclusive. You have to pick one or the other. You cannot use both. So, in Legion, I realized that the Glyph of Shadow wasn't really that big of a deal. Like, you still had a good amount of transparency, even without Glyph of Shadow, so I just decided to go for Dark Friends. But the new shadow form on beta is pretty opaque. It's not like a OG shadow form black, but it's a little rough. Where is my, what have I done with my Fade keybind? What is this? That's my fishing item macro. Oh no. What's happening here? Why do I have so much aggro? I need to kill this thing. Were we aggro dropping? Did I mess up? Were we not pulling these? I saw them aggro and I thought we were pulling them. Oh dear. Oh boy. Not catched a Hazel stream in a long time. How have you been? Hey, Stanford Pines. I'm doing great. I am doing very well. I need to drink a little bit more tea. I tricked him. Yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have a really handy mute key, or I would have pressed it. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Oh. Alright, Azure. What was I saying? I have too much energy, sorry for caps. Leveling Shadow Priest, tips to level faster. I did a video with tips for leveling post Void Elf, like recently. I did a video with the most recent tips for leveling. I ran 3 Timewalking dungeons, forgot to pick up the weekly quest. Oh no. I can't decide between Horde and Alliance. I'm Horde because of Sylvanas, but if they're about to... I feel like I should come back to Ally. I see. You gotta follow your heart. You just gotta see what's what's in the middle. Are you okay? Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just inhaled a little bit of tea. I got a little bit too excited. Or I think I may have tried to speak while also drinking tea, which is very rude of me. No, I'm totally fine. Water? That's a good idea. I would choke on your aspirations. There's still some in there. Oh, man. I used to do that all the time. I used to, and I'm hoping this is something that slows down as I get older and chill out more. But I used to, like, I would be so excited about something I had to say that I would start saying it, like, after or, like, while drinking water, and then I would inhale water and I would just die. And I used to do that, like, weekly, but it's been a minute. Furiously coughing. Do you have the Flame Warden title? I believe I do. That's the, like, you mean the Midsummer Fire Festival meta achievement title. I do have that one. It's Flame Warden for Alliance and Flame Keeper for Horde, is that right? Yeah, because I was always jealous because, I always thought Flame Keeper was cooler than Flame Warden. Longest you farmed for one specific item took me 3 years of Throne of Thunder for a Throne of Thunder or Throne of Tides, could be the other one, for a 0.1% sorted drop. Definitely not that long. I don't think any of my grinds that I cared about didn't take that much calendar time, because if I got really into something, I would always do it. If I got really into something, I would do it ASAP, even if it meant, like, pulling, like, 8 hours of farming a day. Like, I got the red whelpling, the crimson whelpling, multiple times back before pets were account-wide. I got it multiple times. And each one of them took me months. Not a lot of months, like a couple of months, but during those months, I was putting in, like, 5 to 6 hours every day after school. Kid back then. Teenager, rather. And then I got it, and then I got it again, and then they made pets account-wide, then I don't have to farm it anymore, because I kept switching alts. Are we far off from getting Horde and Alliance emotes? I need to double check, but I think it's quite a few. It would probably be better for me to, if there really is a lot of interest in them, I should probably just can 2 of the emotes that we already have, because most of them see absolutely no use. Gets worse when you get older? Oh no. It won't get better once we get older, we choke on air? Oh no. I should pay attention if I want to actually have this boss die. Because I will die if I don't. Whoa, were we supposed to do something with that? I forget. I don't really have a good excuse for not being aware what's going on in these dungeons. Like, BC Timewalking, sure. I didn't play during BC. I only ever did those dungeons from a leveling perspective in a bunch of heirlooms where you just, like, blow right through them. But Wrath dungeons and Cataclysm dungeons, I played through those. More so the Cata ones than the Wrath ones. I was very new. Oh no, we're doomed. This is actually over. I was pretty new during Wrath, so I did them, but the ones that I spent most of my time in were the Frozen Halls dungeons. And then, but in Cataclysm, I played the heck out of Cataclysm dungeons. I did many of those, because that was my primary gameplay. I didn't start raiding until Firelands, and then I raided very lightly. I didn't, like, it was a normal mode guild. We raided, like, 1 night a week. It was pretty casual, so I spent most of my game time doing dungeons. Odd for me to level as a Holy Priest. I find my survivability is high and I do decent DPS. No, not at all. They made it much easier for healers to do damage and level. Some of them definitely do better at it than others. I'm quite impressed by our ability to continue to actually do this. I wonder if we should try and burst the boss down or what. Okay, as long as the level goes down, probably good. I haven't done. I don't remember don't remember these fights this much. Not an emote prune. No reason other than use. Oh, you mean that the nobody uses the fish one? Because that's true. Great Sword of Frozen Hells looks like a Pandaren made Ashburn. Oh. Any plans to do other Druid Mage Towers? I got my Guardian one after a lot of tries. Did it 937. I don't think I have any plans to do the other Druid ones. Quite frankly, have no idea how to play any other spec of Druid. I was barely knowing what was going on in with Rasto Druid in PvE. I really was only familiar with it from a PvP's perspective. Cat had made me quit. Did you ever watch the Warcraft movie? Yeah, of course. I was very sad when it looks like we're probably not getting a sequel, because I really liked that movie. I do think that it felt like it had a bunch of stuff cut out of it. It felt a little bit disjointed in parts, but I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty good. Oh man, switch up a little bit. Okay, so one more boss here. And then, so this is Kata Timewalking, so I guess I should focus first on the ones that I can actually get this time around, so I can kind of like narrow down my scope by the next time walking. I'm also not in a huge rush to do these, all of them. I just want to get enough toys for the Brutus thing. Leveling as a Holy Priest, not as viable in BFA beta. Yeah, quite possible. Unless they make some tuning issues, but yeah, it's always not a bad idea to have a second spec in the event of that kind of thing. How is the Mage Tower unlocked? So the region contributes to it by turning in Legion Fall War supplies, and then that builds the tower. It'll be up for a couple days, and then it'll fall down. You have to wait for it to be back up again. They said they were gonna make it available without having to wait for that at some point in the run up to BFA, but they're kind of running out of time. I like the Warcraft movie. I think people didn't like where they started the movieverse. I think that it was a smart place to start the movieverse if you had the intention to make a set of movies, which I believe that they did. But the problem is that it wasn't, like, you didn't have the funding for that. You didn't have what you needed to commit to saying, okay, we can totally make 3 of these. It's okay to start here and do some world building and do some, like, character introduction and then later move into these more popular stories. I think that if they had one shot, which they did, they should have absolutely gone in with the Arthas storyline. Because that translates better into a movie, because everybody knows, like, you're relying a whole lot with a Warcraft movie on WoW player nostalgia and, like, feelings, you know, you're relying on, like, the nerd chills. And nothing gives WoW fans, greater nerd chills than the Arthas story. It's like the crowning pinnacle of WoW lore nerd chillism. I don't know where I'm going with this, but you know what I mean. Like, if they had one shot, they should have totally done the Arthas story instead. It's not necessarily the most sense-making place to start, but it's the most compelling story to be made into a movie. Although, I don't know. I mean, everybody knows how it turns out, so maybe that would have ruined it. I mean, it's kind of a twist-based story. There's good reasons why I don't make actual movies. Hazel, how you doing? Hey, Chainsy. I'm doing pretty good. Folks have decided to begin breaking things back to work. Have a great rest of the stream. Well, thanks for coming, Mishka Bear. I hope that nothing terribly important was broken. I wish they would let you queue for any expect time walking. I don't mind, I totally don't mind only queuing for one expect at a time. I think that's kind of neat. But wait, I kind of wish that the vendors were available every time. It's not a big deal. I understand why it's not that way. But am I okay on the border here? It doesn't seem to hurt that bad. I understand why it's not that way, but it would be nice, like, if you already had all of the rewards from one time walking, you're grinding the badges for another one, that you don't have to then wait after you have enough for that thing to actually come back to buy it. We have a bunch of thingies. I guess I'm gonna, we already did that and our thing's almost over, so I guess it's a good time to press the button. Let us go again. Are you still able to, like, re-lust, or is that not a thing anymore? Was that ever a thing? I know you get your cooldowns back, but I don't remember if relusting was part of it. I do know potions were part of it, but I'm not actually carrying anything anymore. I, like, got rid of... I cleared out my bags real good for some video that I was working on, and I never refilled them. I probably have some potions of prolonged power in my bag or something like that. I was where this is coming from, then I saw Baby Thrall and was like, gee, I want it. Yeah, like, I feel like what they probably could have done, or maybe were planning to do, theoretically, based on the Baby Thrall, is you set that up, and then, you know, the second movie could be the Thrall story, and that's where you get him and Durnhold, and, you know, whatever else he does. He probably meets Jane at some point. I feel like that happened. Keep in mind, I'm always the worst person to talk to about lore. Absolutely the worst one. But, you know, that happens. And then once you've introduced Jaina, and, you know, you get a little Arthas going on, you get a little Uther, you both start the Lich King story. You might have to bend some rules. I don't know how many. I don't know what the timeline looks like, but, like, those are the really popular stories. I love that movie, so does my mom, and she is a gamer at 61 years old still playing. It was a pretty good movie. It wasn't perfect, but with this track record of video game movies in general, I think it did very, very well. It could have been, and I know nobody wants this said about their work, but it could have been so much worse. It could have been awful in so many ways, and I think they did it justice. Alright. So that would be this one. So this brings us to, once we turn in this quest, that gives us another 500. That's gonna bring, oh, I don't have any downward badges. That's gonna bring me to 500, so I need to double check the prices on stuff. I might be good to get something. Scooch out here, drink a little bit more tea. I have tea, I have milk. I want to just, like, take 5 deep breaths and, like, read some chat and reorient myself. Because I don't feel like I feel a little scattered. We'll drink some tea. So I'll just take a breath for a second. Take a breather. Remember how to speak English. Stretch a little bit. Oh, it's a little warm in here. It's really good. Something I like to do sometimes when I get like that and I start feeling really frazzled and I know I just need to slow down for a second is to, like, stop and grab the nearest cup of tea, because I always have one, and just take a couple of sips of it and then try to like really, really taste into what's going on there and, like, think of what it reminds me of, and it's a good slow down technique. When Gnolls and Murlocs attack. I love the Blood Elf backstory. Finally made it to a live stream. Welcome, Brooke. Azeroth Explorer. After Legion, it'll be super easy. I remember the Sunwell. I love the Nightborn as well. I have to do the Lich King weekly because I only have one that could do that solo. Oh, no. Do you reckon we get Warlords Timewalking? Probably in BFA, I would imagine at some point during Battle for Azeroth they add Warlords Timewalking. I feel like they stated an intent to keep it 2 expansions behind. Do you drink any mint teas? Yeah, I drink. I have Moroccan mint tea, like the green tea mixed with mint sometimes, but more often I do just straight up peppermint tea in the evenings. So I'm heading to Stormwind to take a look at the Cataclysm Timewalking vendor, and also just to turn in that Smoldering Ember. I just started pet battling in a mop server. It's Azure Welving, Little Rhinos, and Spawn of Nyxia, a good team in PvP. I'm the wrong person to answer that. If it's working, then it's good. You want to talk to Hiru. I found out that Invincible Lockout sharing works. Thanks, Hazel. Thanks. Oolong is my favorite tea. I know I butchered the spelling. You didn't butcher it at all. That's exactly how you spell oolong. You nailed it. I love tea. What tea would you recommend is the best to have without any milk or sugar? Depends on what you're looking for. The only teas that I have with milk or sugar are black blends. So, you know, your Earl Grey or English breakfast, I take those with milk and sugar. Mostly just milk, not always sugar. But everything else, like oolongs I drink straight, pu'er teas I drink straight, some of the nicer Chinese black teas I drink straight, all of the green teas I drink straight, so it depends on what you're looking for. Lightforge rep, help. Well, I still have to complete Pathfinder for Legion when BFA comes out. If you want to access Legion flying, then yes. If you don't care about Legion flying, then no. Having flying for past expansions comes in very handy when leveling further alts, because you'll be able to fly through the entire leveling process. But if you're just kind of a one character kind of person, then it's not that necessary, because in BFA you're probably going to be mostly spending your time in BFA zones. I will take a cider break because I live a small block with elderly people. I'm doing a barbecue for them tomorrow. That sounds fun. How is Priest and BFA? I made Holy Priest, thinking of mating in Shadow because of you. Hard to tell on the numbers. We're getting a increase in damage in terms of AoE, so it's looking promising that we may be good for Dungeons and Mythic Plus. I'm pretty happy with it. Did you sort out a BlizzCon ticket? Have not sorted out a ticket yet. I'm hoping to keep an eye out for when they start issuing press passes and seeing if I can apply for one. Failing that, I will investigate some other alternatives. Check for flying stuff in Legion of Forget. Go to wowhead.com/flying. Wowhead.com/flying. They have an excellent calculator there. Where am I going? I'm going right over here. And it's alright. I think I just need to slow down today. It's okay if we get less done. I just want to sit and chat and hang out with you guys. Alright, 500 badges. Thank you very much. That brings us to 530 because I didn't have that many. I don't want to sell those. I actually want to disenchant them. So in terms of toys, they sell one for 3,000 and one for 1,500. So I can't get either of those things. And then there's just rep and whatnot. So that's okay then. So if I want to get any of those, if I wanted to get, for example, the Gerboggles Bobble, if I wanted to get that, I would need to do a bunch more time working on this character. But there is another toy. I'm gonna hop on my Priest and do one on that. That seems like a reasonable course of action. I wish they would make an animated Warcraft series. There's definitely other avenues of media that they could use to tell the story, but I don't know if it's really critically necessary because they're doing a very good job of telling the story through the game. They're telling the story through the novels. They're telling the story through these comics that they keep releasing. I think that they have a lock already on some good storytelling mediums, and that they don't necessarily need to spread their efforts thinner by trying to do more. We were talking about the Mage Tower being removed after Legion. I feel like I had missed some context. What is this tea sorcery? It's delicious. Gul'dan green tea? Gul'dan green tea is great. What on earth is Gul'dan green tea? Is that an actual thing? Is that real? I really wish I had some cheese right now. You know, I love cats. I agree with you both on loving cats and wishing. I really like snacking on brie with, like, crackers. Not expensive brie because I don't have money for that. But, like, just, you know, average run-of-the-mill grocery store brie. Just, like, on, like a nice little, like, a little cracker. It's, like, one of my preferred snacks that I haven't had any in a while. I want to run the gold mission, and I would like to run the rep mission. Okay. Starting up a new group. And I'll just take the first 4, same thing. I'm probably gonna DPS again. Why show me toys? The Lightforge rep can wait. Hmm? Oh, no, I don't. And this group is for another Timewalking group, by the way. I'm just a Gul'dan fan. Oh, man. So, I guess I should give that a more specific title, huh? It's gonna be in custom. I'm gonna call it Hi, I'm Hazel. And taking 4 people, preferably new people. If anybody that didn't come on the last one would like to come, we can try and cycle some new people through. What is this menu? What are these missions? Explain what you mean. Vine reference, but seriously, what? These missions? This is a feature that they added to WoW back in Warlords. It's been carried through to Legion and it's going ahead to BFA. You have these follower people, and you basically send them, you send them on missions. You get a certain % chance to complete it and get whatever the thing is. If you get a better chance, you can get extra stuff. And then they take a certain amount of time, so you send them out. This one's out for 16 hours, that sort of thing. Then they come back, and you get the stuff. It's very, very phone game. So Branch and Pelly actually came last time. I think Crowfeather was new. Can we crossover group with you? Yep. As long as you're Alliance and NA. Okay, so that's 2 DPS. We need a healer and a tank now. I wanted to send you something. I'm not a tea connoisseur. I don't think cheese wheel's gonna fit in the mail. I don't think anything perishable is a good idea because it sometimes takes me multiple weeks to get to the post office. and then sometimes additional weeks to actually get around to filming it. So whatever it is needs to be totally fine to sit in very warm places, very cold places, in my closet, without going bad. So definitely not cheese, I would say. Your first ever WoW racing class. Mine was a Night Elf Resto Druid. I still use the same tune today, but she's been race changed to a Worgen. My first character, very first one that I played at a friend's house, was a Draenei Hunter. I didn't get to keep that one because I was at a friend's house, but after I got the game myself, I got a Night Elf Hunter, and I played a Night Elf Hunter for a while. When you want to join, no money for sub. But the game's free right now. You can log in. It's the WoW free weekend. You can just log in. It's free. It's totally free. How's it going? I just joined the stream. Have you got any toys? I have some toys. I haven't gotten any new toys. I'm mostly trying to fill a group with one healer and one tank for a Timewalking run, because we're just kind of trying to scrape together a group here. I'm just going through a couple of my alts one by one and running one Timewalking dungeon on them for the purpose of getting that first badge. Cheese isn't perishable. I've got Velveeta from 20 years ago. I don't know if I'd want it in my closet, though. I haven't watched in so long. It's okay, Hazel. My guild is running it at 6 p.m. server time. Let's see here. What's happening? Rips laptop out case and slams it on the couch. Oh, man. So today, I'm thinking, maybe. We're in the Dungeons and Raids section. Or the custom. We're in custom, rather. We're in the custom group section. It's called Hi, I'm Hazel. So, my fish tank in the other room, after 18 days of cycling, there we go. After 18 days of cycling, it's finally, looks good. It is processing 2 parts per million of ammonia into nitrates within a 24-hour window, and it's done that a couple times now, so I'm feeling good about its capacity to continue doing that. Which means that, potentially, oh, there we go, so then we're good. That's the right amount of people. Alright. That I could actually, I could get fish today. I could get fish today. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'm ready yet. I don't know if I'm ready today. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for that yet. What am I doing? I'm going for a Timewalking dungeon. Join. That button. I think it's working. Where is Aileen? I have a vac machine. Free first. Cheese is to die for, especially from the land of cheddar. You have a vac machine? What's that? What do you mean? I don't know what's going on. But yeah, if I was gonna do the fish thing, the store closes at like 7. So I would need to, like, when I finish streaming, immediately start doing a big water change, because before I go to the store, I would need to change most of the water in there, because I've been doing a fishless cycle. The nitrates have built up pretty high. It's like big, I don't know why this isn't working. Do I need to I'm gonna reload. Is anybody like in somewhere that won't work? Dwarven Trade Alliance. No, it should be fine. I'm gonna reload my UI. See if that helps. And then I want to make sure that the staff have enough time to help me, because I don't know exactly what I want. I have a lot of criteria, and I just need to find something that fits them. And I have a couple of potential options, but it's going to depend on what they have and what they think is a good idea. Alright, random Legion Timewalking. Cute thing. Trying again. Do you guys have any theories? Oh, there it is. I don't know why that happens sometimes. It's odd. Maybe it just needed the reload. Is that a betta fish in there? Also, only found your channel a few days ago and love it. Well, thanks. That is a betta fish. His name is Fleta. Fleta the betta. F-L-E-T-A. I've had him since about April or so. He's in a 5-gallon. He's heated and he's filtered. He lives with a Nerite snail, and he is an extremely angry boy. Even now, he continues to rip his fins by stretching them and occasionally chewing on them. Although we haven't had any bite marks like this week, so I'm hoping maybe if I continue to just not rearrange the tank anymore, and if I just leave him alone, that he'll chill out enough to stop chewing on his tail, because that's his biggest issue, is he bites his tail a little bit. Theories, you've got gnomes are... No way. Gnomes are... Oops. Oh, I need to, rearrange... Hang on, I can release. I need to... I don't know why I've taken my fate off my bars, but clearly it's very important for me to put it on there. I've got a theory it could be bunnies. Did you see my post last night in your Discord? No, not yet. Does Timewalking hit harder for max level than newly made 110s? Timewalking scaling is a little bit of a mystery to me, and I couldn't tell you exactly how it works. It shouldn't hit you that much harder. Okay. That was your stream. I just opened WoW. I was so confused how I could have been in queue. Takes all the oxygen out of packaging. It's the oxygen that causes food to deteriorate. Oh, you have a vacuum for sealing packages. Oh, that makes way more sense. I feel like the heat would still probably be a problem, though. Like, we have 80, 90, 100-degree heat around here sometimes, and it could sit in that for a while. How experienced are you with tanking? Me, not very. I have several LFR runs under my belt, as well as 1 or 2 alts worth of leveling dungeons. That's it. I have never... Actually, that's not true. I've once tanked a normal raid. I tanked a normal high mall. Once. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't great. Wasn't that bad. Tanking's just not really my thing. It's a little bit scary. Why is that? Okay, there we go. I have, I have misery, so my vampire touch should be applying Shadow Word Pain. This keyboard can't spell? Oh no. I asked Mr. GM how I picked his faction. His answer was, I just like gnomes. That's a smart guy. Somebody who knows what's up. He's just the same grumpy Finn boy. So glad you learned how to take care of him. Too many times they're put in small jars. Absolutely, yeah. He's, I've learned so much while looking up what to do for him that it's made me want more fish, which is why I have my, the other aquarium that I was talking about that's set up now. I don't know if I'd be able to get a camera on it very often for you guys, because it is another room away. It's about 15, maybe 20 feet from here. I might be able to run the cord out that long. I've got a pretty long extension cord, but I also don't know if anybody actually cares. I'm definitely getting some corridors for it. And then I definitely want a Bolivian ram. And then the other thing is kind of like up in the air. Like, I need it to be something that gets along with those things, not so small that it gets eaten by the ram. I need it to be chill with the same kinds of temperatures. And most quarries like it a little bit cooler, but not cold. So you're probably looking at like 75, 76. So that kind of rolls out like the cardinal tetra. I definitely want tank-raised fish only. I do not want wild-caught fish. I've watched Finding Nemo. Also, they tend to be a little bit less forgiving of tank parameters, the wild-caught ones. And then it needs to be kind of like top to mid dwelling, because both the Bolivian ram and the corridors will hang out near the bottom of the tank, and it is a 20 long, so the whole thing's kind of the bottom, but still. I'm thinking either a couple of male guppies, or some cherry barbs, or a small school of like tetras, such as emperor tetras, or green fire tetras, or if they have tank raised cardinals, that would be neat. But with the cardinals, I would probably need to go with a warmer water quarry. I don't know. I have a 4-page document that's on, I think it's actually probably in my printer still, that's just got all these questions that I need to answer and like figure out exactly what the exact perfect kind of fish is for it. I don't know. I want my fishies. I'm so excited. Unless it was sent direct to you, it would perish. I tried to tank a heroic siege of Orgrimmar. How did it go? 1 inch per gallon. The rule can be bent slightly while buying schooling fish. Yeah. I've been reading about calculating bioload and managing it. So the things that I've been doing to kind of I wouldn't say stretch it, but just like make it extra safe. One of them is I've gone with heckin' plants, and then I've added even more nitrate removal by adding a bunch of pothos near the filter. I don't want aggro. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. A bunch of extra pothos near the filter. So I have the test kits. I can keep an eye on the nitrates and make sure that they're not getting out of hand. I wouldn't ever really want to let the like, do water changes less often than once a week anyways, just because it makes me nervous. So I'd probably be doing 30% a week. But yeah, I know it's a tricky balance, because I don't want to overstock the tank and make things uncomfortable, and I know that the ram needs pretty clean water, so I don't want to let the nitrates get too high. But on the flip side of that, with things like Cories and Tetras, you don't want the school to be too small, because they can be really uncomfortable. And I know I want at least 3 types of fish in this 20-gallon lung tank. I want at least 3 different things. I also wanted a honey gourami, but I'm kind of starting to push the numbers a little bit, so I probably won't end up with one. We'll see. Doesn't cheese and wax last for a long time at room temp? Wish they had flex rating still, since that was the only groups I got into. I mean, they kind of, they do, they turned it into normal. They called it normal. I guess they just, like, they made normal easier when they got rid of flex. I'm pretty sure that they tuned down the difficulty of normal. But there is one less rank for sure. They carry worms. Wild caught fish, yeah. Or they certainly can. That is the one mistake that I am knowingly making that I probably shouldn't, but I'm kind of just, I don't really have, I'm in an apartment and I'm already kind of pushing it with tanks, so I'm not setting up a quarantine tank. That may bite me in the butt. It's a bad idea. I wouldn't recommend it. But because I'm getting all of my fish from the same place, and because they're all going into a brand new tank, there's no existing fish for them to potentially infect, I'm gonna kind of just hope for the best, and if I need to treat them in there, I can, depending on what's happening, but I'm not quarantining them, which I probably should. I'm probably gonna regret that, but it's a mistake that I'm just gonna make. I have a 4-foot fish tank built into the wall with African cichlids in it. Ended up being too costly, and the first one became huge. That sounds so cool, though. That sounds so cool. I want to see it. I'm so fish crazy right now. I used to have neon tetras when I was a teen. That's pretty cool. Those were one of the ones that I actually looked at. They kept popping up when I kept browsing fish that fit my criteria, because I also wanted to be pretty colorful. The Bolivian ram's not going to have a whole lot of color. The Cories are going to be cute, but they're not going to have a whole lot of color. So I wanted the other fish, like whatever that other one is, to be colorful and like look really good against plants. And neon tetras are one of the ones that just keep coming up. Green firewood looked nice. Also, I made gnome. We are fun size. We are fun size. I'm thinking cherry barbs. People say that cherry barbs are friendly enough. They might do good in a school like 5, so you don't have to have as many of them, but still have like a school of them. Like 2 males and 3 females. And then, and they're like red, but they also don't, like, they get to about 2 inches, but most tetras get to about 2 inches. I might be able to get away with like 5 cherry barbs. I'm thinking about that. I think that might look good. I was also looking at celestial pearl danios, but they might be too small. They get to like 0.8, like 8/10 of an inch. And that might be just a little bit too small for my Bolivian ram to not snack on them. Should I buy BFA? Yeah. Well, I mean, come back for this weekend. Like, you can play for free this weekend, as you've caught on to. So, like, come back and play for the weekend. Look into what's coming in BFA and see if you like the sound of it. There's lots of BFA videos out there. I myself have done a couple of them. I know tons and tons of other YouTubers have done some other ones. So, like, check out the big things that are coming, and then decide from there. Thanks for motivating me with toy collecting. I hit 402. Nice. Set for getting the pet for the toy achievement. I am jealous. I am jealous. Oh, do I need to do? Oh, I don't know. We just need to. Whew. I should probably focus for a second. Oh, especially because we lost some DPS with that. It's I probably should have helped heal a little bit more. I was healing myself. I didn't help heal anybody else. Also, I never actually switched my set. I'm wearing, what am I wearing right now? I'm wearing Mangazas with Safus. Are any of these things, can I like, yeah, you, can I silence you? Oh, I can't. Oh, it doesn't proc Safus though. Why can't I proc Safus? This is gonna be a really long boss fight. I want to chat, but I also want to not mess up, so hang on. Oh well. 20 to 30% tank water over the entire thing. Yeah. Changing water, from what I understand so far, isn't so much about wiping out bacteria, because most of your beneficial bacteria is going to live on surfaces and on your filter. There's very little of it in the water. But you don't want to pH shock your fish. You don't want to temperature shock your fish. And it's very easy to do that when you change a lot of water. You could theoretically do like an 80% water change, assuming that you temperature match and you pH match. But it's just easier to do like 20 to 30%, get it pretty close with temperature and pH, and then it's not such a big swing that it matters. I have a little shrimp tank. I have a little 3.5 gallon tank that has 2 snails and a bunch of cherry shrimp in it. And because it's such a small tank, and because the snails are mystery snails and they've got a pretty heavy bioload, I do a good amount of water changes on it, but shrimp are pretty sensitive to pH swings and temperature swings. So instead of doing like one big one every week like I used to, well, actually I used to do one big one every other day, but instead of doing like a huge one all the time, or now and then, I do small ones fairly often, and I do more targeted cleaning with like a turkey baster that is very specifically just for fish stuff because it's done some gross stuff. What's with the fish? That is my fish Fleta. He's a betta fish. I'm on a big fish kick right now. I promise you guys this probably won't last forever. You probably won't have to hear me talk about fish forever. But it's always going to be something. Before this I was on a huge tea kick, and I'm still into tea, but I'm less obsessed. What's happening? We're wiping? Did time walking get harder? Did time walking get, like, less doable? I don't understand. Can I res? There we go. I can res. Hazel's live. I always miss these. Get all the stuff. Hazel, thanks! I always buy the expansions even if I don't play them. When buying guppies, they won't be separated by gender. Many baby guppies. If I got guppies, it would be male guppies only. I would only get male guppies. Even if you get only female guppies, they still tend to come to you pregnant because guppies and most live bearers can remain pregnant for like a long time. They can hold on to their ability to bear fish. So you wanna I would only do males if I did that. Cause yeah, no, there's a big black bold text box on my page of info about what I do and don't want that says no live bearing females because I don't have it in me to like feed baby fish to other fish or to like kill them or to even sell them. I don't have the space in my life for that, so nothing that's gonna make really easy babies all the time like guppies do. All right, we're going. I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm just gonna pop an early Shadow Fiend down. Why not? I should have switched my equipment sets. I'm not really proccing Sifus on these fights. I should be wearing, even Pride Hats would be really good, actually. Time walking, lowish, Mythic Plus now, Hazel? Okay. When did that happen? When did that happen? Like, I heard that it was really bad on beta, because my buddy was running time walking on betas, and I heard that the dragon, actually, the boss after this, I heard he was one-shotting people. But I figured that was because of the stat squish. I didn't realize that it was bad now. I wonder if they'll keep it like this. It's not undoable, it's just when people get used to one level of doing something and then they try to do the exact same thing and it takes significantly more time, people get iffy about it. So I'm gonna pop my Vampiric Embrace for this one. Shadow Mend. And, oh! Forgot my void turned off. Sorry, I'll chat more in a moment. The fish that I really want, though, that I can't have right now, and one day I'm gonna get them and it's gonna be the most magical moment. And I've talked about this before, but I really want goldfish. And I don't have the space for a goldfish tank. They need so much room, and when I get them, I'm going to give them everything that they need, and I can't do that yet, so I'm not getting them. But I want them so bad. They're so shiny. They're so cute. I've just been, in my off time, I've just been looking at YouTube videos of goldfish and just watching them and being like, they're so shiny. For a while I was on the Shubunkin kick, like the ones that look like koi, the single tails, that would need a lot of room. Because I didn't really like fancy goldfish. They looked a little bit not real animals to me. But I started to come around on fantail goldfish, you know. They don't have anything too crazy going on with their heads or their eyes or whatever. And they've got pretty tails. I don't know. Hazel's a big kid in a fishy shop. A lot of blood stuff is on sale. Yep, there's blood stuff on sale, character services wise, and there's also a sale on the gear store. I availed myself of both of those opportunities this week. Like, electricity bill, large pump, heater, lights. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the electric component can definitely get out of hand with a big tank like that. Something to consider. Angelfish are fun. Angelfish look cool, but I don't know if I'm ever going to do them. Because I've heard that they can be mean. I really like koi angelfish. Any fish that's got like a koi kind of color scheme I'm all about. But I've heard that angelfish are kind of like betta fish, in which some of them are going to be the sweetest fish ever. And why am I walking through the storms? That's a bad idea. Some of them are going to be really sweet and totally fine and very chill. And then some of them are going to kill everything. And there's no real way to tell which kind that you have until it tries. And then some of them will be really nice, but once they start mating, get like, it's just like, if they pair up, then you have problems. So it didn't sound like a good beginner option. Also, I don't have a tank that can fit them. You need a good sized tall tank for them. I feel like once I got it like a 55, for example, if I had a 55-gallon tank, I would probably just put like 3 fantail goldfish in it and be happy forever. I would just skip right over the angelfish. Are you queuing with randomers? This is a group from stream. You should do your fish vids on the new IGTV. Are actual people making stuff on IGTV? I was under the impression that Instagram was like paying people to do it, but maybe people are actually doing it. I don't actually know what it is. I've just seen it around and been like, wow, there's a new button on my Instagram. But I didn't put too much thought of it. Here we go to garden centers if you want quality babies and they question more than the mainstream store. Rainbow guppies are lush. I haven't seen a whole... I didn't really consider the male guppy theory until pretty recently, so I don't know much about the different types of them. Or the different types of them. I want to get on. It takes a lot of hours for my BattleNet to update, and guess what it's doing? It's updating. Yeah, the download is huge. My husband had uninstalled it for extra space in his SSD. And he wanted to come back for the free weekend, so he ran it just last night overnight. Oh, oops, I think I pulled aggro. It's okay, I will run back. Oh, this is a long run. I can jump in this thing, right? Oh man, I'm starting to wish that I had done Midsummer today. I could have just been getting I guess I would have been very slow getting bonfires on stream, because I would just be so distracted just flying past bonfires and back and forth and back and forth, and I just would never actually get the blossoms that I need for the toys. I do need some toys though. I had 3 huge tanks before college. I love hearing about your guys' aquariums. I'm so into that right now. 2 saltwater and a freshwater. One of the saltwater tanks I used exclusively for jellyfish. That's cool. I've obviously never messed with saltwater, and I don't have any plans to in the future because it looks really hard. But I've never heard of people keeping jellyfish. Although, up until like 2 months ago, I'd never heard of people keeping shrimp in, and now I have a bunch of shrimp in my living room, but I never heard of people keeping jellyfish. Was that cool? Was that fun? Was it hard? How do you feed jellyfish? What do they eat? There's a tea shop near me. They have a black tea called the Squirrel's Feast with nuts and almond. Oh! That sounds very hazelnutty. I have to be careful whenever I have teas that include nuts, though, to put warning labels on them to make sure that my husband doesn't try to make them and drink them, because he would die. 6 months ago, when they cut everyone's power and time walking in half, I basically stopped running it. If you look closely, your off stats like mastery aren't scaling correctly. Oh. It's been like that for 6 months? Wow, I never heard of that. This is the first I've heard of it. I've missed it. I've been asleep. At one point, we had a 200-gallon tank with some Oscars and a few other things. Oscars look super cool, and I really like that they, that a lot of people say they have like a puppy-like personality, like a super friendly kind of dog-like fish. And it's not even the fact that they're big and they need big tanks that puts me off. Like, I could aspire to that one day if I really wanted one, but the fact that you can't really plant an Oscar tank, and it's kind of the same thing with goldfish, although I like goldfish enough to want to get over that. But you can't really plant an Oscar tank, and there's not a whole lot you can, like, I've never seen an Oscar tank that was decorated in a way that I found really pretty, because they're kind of destructive fish. Angelfish are nasty. I farmed this instance so many times in my rogue for the Drake in normal mode. Finally gave up and bought it in the black market auction house. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I did, oh, there we go. I did that farm too. I don't remember how many runs it took me. I wonder if there's a way for me to check on that statistic. Because I remember it was like a while, but it wasn't that bad. Stonecore took me a while. Stonecore I remember farming for a good chunk of... I think I was doing Stonecore in Mop. I think I was doing Stonecore in Mop. Maybe it was after that. But I was just so tickled pink when I was farming Stonecore because I was like, every run, you know, I didn't get that Drake, but look at all this Ember Silk cloth. I'm gonna make bags, and I'm gonna sell them. And I did exactly that, and I made, oh no, we already have a dragon. Ooh, boy. I would pop some cooldowns, but it's not like I have any. I guess I shouldn't kill the dragon because he's not in the well anyways. I made a good amount of gold. I mean, a good amount of gold at the time. I don't remember what that was. back then I spent all of my gold on pets. I didn't really accumulate any gold until Warlords of Draenor. I spent a good amount of time making gold for my entire WoW career, but I spent every last bit of it on Auction House battle pets, building up my collection early on. And then once I got to Warlords of Draenor, it finally caught up, and I started getting more gold from the garrison. I just started getting, TCG mounts off the auction house. How much gold did that take? I've got it here. Goldfish, Shibunkins in London, Shibunkins, Fantails, Himalayas, Schools of Dania. Nice. They're just so pretty. I love how the stuff I want is the only stuff that isn't on sale. Oh no. I wanted to get a planted tank for a school of cardinal fish. I don't know how well I can do with a planted tank. I would say, based on my limited experience so far, if you choose the right plants, you can do just fine. It's just kind of like an experiment. Like if you don't get quite the result you want, you figure out what you need to change, and then you adjust it a little bit. Like you do a little more light, a little less light, a little more fruits, a little less fruits. I don't think you really need to, like, if you just want to do like cardinals in a planted tank, you could get a really pretty tank going on without ever touching like CO2, for example. Just by choosing the right plants that are going to work well without dosing extra carbon. You can get, I mean, I would still have a light and have a timer. I got a bottle of like Seachem Flourish Comprehensive for fertilizer, just add some of that once a week, but I've been having really good luck with Java Ferns. That's what's in Floodus tank. Java Ferns and Anubias, and you don't even have to plant those in the substrate, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about whether or not your substrate's got nutrients in it. And then, there's a bunch of stuff. I got some, I'm gonna let the fish thing go for a minute. Stats for dungeons are on the achievement tab. Oh, right. Okay, so statistics, dungeons and raids, cataclysm. Oh, it has it for all of them. Look at that. Oh, this is just for one character, though. Did I farm it on this character? I don't know if I farmed it on this character. I might have. I don't see any really high numbers here. Alakir, Heroic, Throne of the Four Winds, 19. Yeah, it wouldn't have been this character, because it was, I think, at least 100. I don't remember what I was playing. I don't remember at all. Just ordered the Argus t-shirt. Thanks for the heads up. No problem. We can match. I need to get out of the way of that. Hey! I dodged something. Somebody be proud of me. The only thing to watch out for cold water is algae, cold water. Not good. Yeah. I haven't been super skilled so far at tuning things in to prevent algae from growing, but I've been very skilled at applying one Nerite snail to any place that has algae, and he just eats all of it. It's great. They have a potpourri tea. I'm gonna have to visit them. That sounds awesome. Are there still items that don't scale on Timewalking? Probably, but if there are, I probably don't have them. I never really put a lot of effort into putting in sets. My cousin offered me to buy it. Being the nice cinnamon roll, I said no. Why did I do that? Is there any way that you can scrape some money up? Is there anything that you can do to like earn money or help somebody out or walk some dogs? Potpourri tea. People looking for nuts. Hazel is facing them out. They won't mean much. That is true, yes. I haven't done it just yet, but right now the bot that we are using, the chat bot that provides the nuts, is it's got a limited lifespan. I don't know exactly how much longer it's going to work before it dies, but it's no longer being updated, so eventually it won't be any good anymore. I'm going to have to find another bot. I'm not going to necessarily look for one that does a currency, because I haven't really... it made more sense back when we had a smaller Twitch stream. It makes less sense now. I think it confuses more people, especially because I don't do a whole lot of giveaways anymore. That bear is sticky with honey. I've seen that written down a lot, and I don't know what it's from. I don't know what it's from. I've heard that before. How hard do you guys think Alteris is going to be? How bad is this about to be? Oh, I'm starting to feel like this might be my last time walking dungeon today, and maybe after this I just do, maybe I go back and start doing the Midsummer thing for toys that way, because I'm clearly not, how many badges do I have, actually? How many? Oh, I have some badges on this character. I'll have like 2,000. I was kind of saving up for mounts, but it's not like they're adding a new meta mount that I'm dying to have, and I really do want that toy. So maybe I'll get some toys. Maybe we do this dungeon, look at the toys, buy one, and then do some Midsummer bonfire. Was trying to order the artist shirt. Turns out shipping to Ireland is €10, so I'm out. I know that they added an European-based gear store so that the shipping wasn't so bad and there weren't the same custom fees, but what I don't know is if the same sales apply to the EU one. It may be a separate URL, though. That might be worth looking into. I don't know if the sales is applicable, though. Maybe somebody can help you out with that. Folks are going to get static die. How does the Timewalking mount the drops works? It has a chance to drop on any boss in Timewalking, absolutely any of them. It's got a pretty low chance to drop. You can see here, actually you can't because there's a fish tank in front of it, but Rarity is telling me that it has a 1 in 4,000 chance to drop on Timewalking boss kill. On this character I've tried 12 times, apparently. I think it's more than that, but yeah, so 1 in 4,000 is very, very low. It is extremely rare, and only available during Timewalking, so you don't see a whole lot of those around. Because it is off all bosses, every one of them, not just like the last one. Alright, so I need to, hang on. Is this right? Oh, I can't see anything. I need to be able to see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, hurts a little bit. As long as I stay in the haste section, we're good. Oh, no, where are we going? This way. Oh, wee. Oh, no! We're good, we're good. Man, I love having this much haste. It feels so good as a Shadow Priest. This is gonna be like the fight. It's gonna be the good one. Because you can just stay in Void for not forever, but like for way longer. Oh no. This is the end of this Void form. This is as far as we go. It's the end of the line. I should probably stay a little bit closer to under him, but I just want to make sure that I'm like out of range of the breath. Or out of the cone. I don't know what I'm saying. It's probably not true. Oh! I was about to pop my Void Torrent, so it's a good thing that I didn't hit it at that exact moment. Let's try this moment. Yeah, this is a good Shadow Priest fight. Shadow Priest didn't have Insanity back then. Did I play Shadow? I don't think I did. I played Hunter back in Cataclysm. Man, I missed out. Oh, I got a cloak. Okay. I did that dungeon yesterday. I forgot the mechanics. I look like a total noob. Oh no. 1 in 4,000. So you're telling me there's a chance. There's always a chance. I've seen a couple of people around on them, so it can't be that bad. I guess if you do like a lot of time walking, like you just run it constantly throughout the whole event. Like 1 in 4,000 sounds awful, and it is, but you can kill quite a few dungeon bosses throughout the event, or at least you used to be able to. It's worse now for sure. Timewalking really shows how many people ignore tactics. Expected down to boss, refuse to learn. I mean, that was the if the goal here was to recreate the landscape and the climate of early Cataclysm, they nailed it, because that was exactly the debate that was going on when Cataclysm first came out. Because these dungeons were tuned to be tough. Like, heroics were tuned to be tough. They were hard. And if you wanted to do them, you were going to need to CC, you were going to need to have a kill order, you were going to need to be aware of the mechanics and how to manage them. And a lot of people didn't want to do that with their random daily heroics. And then they scaled it back. But we're back. Got the Timewalking meta after 37 tries. There's some luck. Hunter's had intellect when I started. I also played Hunter with a mana bar for a while. That was the version that I remember. I don't miss the mana bar. I think it never really made a whole lot of sense, but I do miss mandatory pet feeding and having a pet that would just leave you and be like, wow, I can't believe you don't feed me, bye. And just walking off. That was great. I don't remember if they walked off. I don't know. I never actually let it happen. I was just so terrified of my pet not liking me anymore that I kept, like, snacks in my pockets all the time, constantly, forever. I always kept my pets very well fed. But I miss having to carry around food for them. I don't miss ammo. But having, like, if you kill a bear as a hunter and it drops you, like, a bear rump and you don't really need it for cooking, I think it's cool to just keep that in your bags and being like, I'm gonna save that for my buddy for later. You know, a little smelly maybe, but it's a cool concept. And I still do that on my hunter because you can feed your pet to heal them really quickly. It's just so unnecessary. I wish they would like maybe your pet doesn't die or doesn't leave you, but maybe you can give it a buff by feeding it. That'd be neat, right? Or are we not about that life anymore? I don't know. Do you still use a razor keypad? Yep, I've got a razor orb weaver. Right, this guy. Seems better odds than the love rocket. And, I mean, time walking is available way more often than the love rocket, so that's always good. Are we all here? Or are we waiting for something? What else are we waiting? Oh yeah, we're waiting for our tank here. I'm gonna pour myself another cup of tea. I feel like if we made it through those last two bosses, the last one should be fine. As long as we do the mechanics. You miss making ammo? No. I never made ammo. I bought it. I definitely bought my ammo. I miss flint and tinder to start campfires. Was that a thing in WoW? I missed that. It had a sad face if you didn't feed them. The model who wears the Murloc onesie looks like you? Does she? I don't think she does. I think I just wear the same onesie. Ran away? Oh, I think it would be cool if you gave them a buff for feeding them. That would be neat. It doesn't have to be a super good buff. We need to get him out of this thing. Oh, that one's... Who's CC'd here? I can't CC anybody, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, we can't put spells on them in there. That's right. Well, I'll silence the heal, at least. And then we're killing that one. I don't have another silence because I'm a Shadow Priest, and I can't do that very often. I'm gonna mass dispel for no reason because I don't remember if there's anything I can take off them. Probably not. One thing I really like in BFA is that there's a talent you can take, and I don't think it's too bad to take it. I remember taking it on beta that shortens your silence cooldown so you can do it more often, and I love that. That's like my biggest frustration is not being able to kick often enough. In situations like this, when all I want to do is stop a heal. Is he enough out of the thing that I can stun him? That'd be nice. Oh, there we go. I got a little stun off. Not so bad. Brown hair? I used to have brown hair. What if it was me? Nah, I would tell you guys if I had a job that cool. They heal faster if you feed them. Yeah, but like, just the once, you know. I want it to be like an hour-long buff to something. Health regen, or stamina, or damage, or movement speed, I don't know, something. I just want, like, a good reason that makes you feel like you're not just wasting your time. Because you also have a free heal button that costs you nothing that you can heal your pets with. Sure, it takes less time to feed it, but, I mean, what do you think about the World of Warcraft mobile armory app to be discontinued July 11th? I'm on board. I haven't used it in a long time, and it was never terribly effective. Keep in mind that that's not the Legion app. I haven't used the mobile armory apps in years. I think that it just, like, discontinuing it frees up resources to work on things that are more useful. And maybe it is useful, and I just haven't been taking advantage of it, totally possible. But, it, like, if nobody's using, or if relatively few people are using it, it's just kind of wasted resources for them to continue to keep it functioning and up to date and working on new hardware, when they could just kind of like start over, or just focus their attentions on something like the Legion app or whatever the next version of the Legion app is going to be. They're almost certainly going to do one for BFA. Roleplay servers are unplayable now. Why? How about feeding your pet makes them slower because of a full belly? You feed them too much and they just like flop over for a nap, like a big food coma. I am dispersing. Did our tank die? Is that what happened? Oh, oh! I was almost okay. I was almost good. Man, I am rethinking my desire to farm out all these time-walking toys. I thought it was going to be pretty simple to run each of my characters through once. Starting to look less easy. These are pretty rough. Hiya. Hello, Anton. How are you doing? Oh, I'm running into a wall. Yeah. What are your guys's, like, of you guys that have lists of things that you still want to do before BFA, what is it that you guys are trying to finish up? I've been trying to narrow down my goals, and I'm having a, oh, oops, my bad. I've been having a hard time, like, picking which things to let go of and which things I should really focus on. Do I want to go this way? No, there's another way. They said they would expand the Legion app to make it a WoW companion app. That would make sense. Roleplay naming policy allows tools to report us. Oh, it's tools to us to report as weapon. They're combining the two apps into one, so it's all good. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. It would be a little bit silly for them to, like, make a completely new one when they can just kind of revamp it. As long as it gets a little less green. But I haven't used the Legion app a whole lot. Lately, I used it a lot early on, and I know a lot more people find that one useful. But for me, it's mostly just because I am an absolute hermit and I don't go anywhere. And if I do go somewhere, it's not for very long. It's like, because I work from home, it's not like I'm ever away from home for longer than like an hour or two. So I don't really need to run missions while I'm not home. I feel like there's an extra shortcut that I'm missing here. I can usually just like pop over to my computer and like log in between things. That's actually usually something that I'll do. Like I have like a checklist that has like the different parts of making a video broken down in them. So on one part I'll do the voiceover, another part I'll finish the script. Usually I finish the script before I do the voiceover if it's going to be a scripted thing. Where is the oh, it's up here. And then like I'll collect all the images or all the video or whatever. And after each step, I'll usually like log on and like reset my missions or cancel my auctions, or sometimes I'll just get up and go for a walk and like check out check in with my fish or check in with my cat or my dog or whatever. But resetting my missions is definitely one of the things I do. Wow, it takes you a really long time to get back unless I've missed something, which I probably have. Field medic can take a day to complete. Can you do field medic in a day? Graduate before BFA. Kidding, never will happen. Do you use GTFO? No, I don't think I do. I feel like a lot of the functionality is overlapped by DBM. But I also, having never used it, don't know exactly what it does. 6 million gold before BFA. 91 exalted reps. The chosen achievement? You need to get out of Lich King expansion. Your achievement racing with a guildie, so you're cleaning up old achievements in Pandaria and Warlords. Ooh, that's a big one. I mean, that's a good one, but that's a big one. I used to think that I would do that. I always kind of used to think that I would go back and do all of the achievements. Like, I used to do everything being like, man, one day when I go back to finish all these achievements, it'll be really good to have this done. But then, I think I'm starting to realize that that one's not happening. To sign up for archaeology. A day to complete if you can sit down and play. I have a 6-month-old tiny human, which considerably slows down the process. What class is best for healing? I don't know. I prefer healing on holy priests, but I don't know if they're technically best. Hang on, alright, so that... Hang on. I'm confused. Skulls are... Okay. And then that one... I'm assuming we're killing that one. So the moon would actually... I'm going to silence it. Yeah, there we go. And then when the silence wears off, I'm going to use the AoE stun. There we go. Stun them all. Focusing down the adept. I don't have any more silences. I'm going to fade to draw my aggro. I'm going to pop my vampiric embrace to help group heal a little bit. And then just try and focus down the ones that are almost dead. There we go. Proud of us. We're all good. I would say with how long... there must be a faster way back, because that is definitely faster than I got back. You're running out of stuff to do that doesn't involve organizing a group or raid. Focus on the mage tower. Do the challenge in all classes. Stop dying for the chosen. If I have enough time, I may also finish all of the legendaries. Nice. LFR Argus and 6 different characters. No luck so far. Has anyone else's WoW icon changed? WoW icon. I haven't seen that in a while. I keep, like... I've kind of migrated away from having stuff on my desktop, and I more just, like, search up things as I need them. And aside from that, I I keep a couple things on my taskbar, like I keep my Battle.net launcher on my taskbar, and then I'll just open that and launch WoW from there. So I haven't looked at my WoW icon in ages. You can tailor warning sounds better. Oh, okay. Mainly focusing on getting my Void Elf Warlock to 110. DBM has other alerts. I find it helpful to have something separate. I see, I see. The only thing I'm working on is being a better person. Just kidding, I need gold. Oh, man. I'm unironically trying to work at being at least a more organized and efficient person before BFA. It's going terribly so far. I got so sidetracked this morning. The reason why the vlog was so late was because I got completely derailed by reading up on the whole debacle of Twitch banning people for the music thing. Like, I was just reading a bunch of stuff about that, and then I look up and I'm like, wow, I'm running out of time. I need to get moving. But prioritizing and sustained focus, not my strong suit, something I want to work on. Right. So I can actually dispel myself. Ah! Also, I have as a gnome, I actually have an extra get out of roots free card, which I'm not worried about. So I should be fine. Also, I can you want to make sure you get in the triangle, otherwise you're not gonna make it. I should mass dispel. I can help dispel people out of this stuff. So I'm just gonna do me, because it's not like I need my mana for anything else. So I can save the healer, the mana there. Should I be killing these ads? I'm so looking forward to doing BFA. Like, playing it when it's live, it's gonna be so cool. I get life grip back. I'm gonna be able to, like, go explore all the places and, like, get all the new stuff without, like, with all my add-ons and with my actual characters, and I'm just, every time I log on to beta, I get so excited, but I just want so badly to do it on live, even though I'm not ready for BFA yet. I'm never gonna be ready. It's gonna come and I'm gonna be like, oh no, I still need to make another 12 pet battle guides, and oh no. Oh dear. And I have like 8 hours to do it. Whoops, daisy do. For farming 100k timeless coin mount, 25k more gold coins to go. You've been trying to level a new priest before BFA. Hope to get to level 60 before I use my free boost. Thank you very much. Cute. Alright, well, we got our smoldering time warp Denver. And let's go turn that in. Take a look at the toys that we can get. Pick something out, and then maybe, like, chill out with a little bit of flying around to some different bonfires, checking that out. I need to do some repairs. Did you do the Margos retreat fishing, Hazel? I did. I have every single thing from the Margos retreat fishing. I have all the toys. I have all, well, the pets. Got the mount. We're good on that front. And I did the Fisher Friends. Unfortunately, I did not do the Fisher Friends on one character, so I can't say that I got my Underland Angler reskin, but I think I'm ready to let that one go. I'm trying to get the beautiful mount, the Red Hound. No luck so far. It'll happen. It'll happen if you get in. Life grip. I try to use my powers of life grip sparingly, but it's just so much fun. It's so much fun to raid when you're with your friends. My 9-year-old is reading jokes. Yep, that's a yikes. Have you seen those fox race things on Wowhead's channel? They look super cute. Yeah, I did a video actually, going through their customization options. They're pretty neat. I wouldn't play one, but I would be alright if they got added. I don't think they're gonna get added to the game as playable though. Bonfires get the add-on called Candy Buckets. That does sound like a good idea. I was planning on looking up a map, but I could try out an add-on. I could download an add-on real quick. Restart, check it out. Okie dokie, okie dokie. There's the lady. So first of all, what toy do we want here? So this brings me to a total of 2155. So it's not even I'd have to get Gerbal because it's not even enough for that one. I thought that the mounts were like that expensive. I didn't realize that the I guess there is no mount. I guess that's the nicest one. Witness the wrath of Deathwing firsthand. this thing. Let's go for the bobble. At least that's a toy. That's a new thing that we got on the stream. So let's go find ourselves a nice quiet place and check that out. I'm really excited about it. Let's see. What does it actually do? Examine this phenomenon? I get it. Of nature. That took me a minute. Return from the depths of Vashir. Oh, I'm a Gilblin. I'm a 10-minute Gilblin. Can I still... In Vashir, your swim speed is greatly increased. Oh, good. Just what I want. Just what I wanted. I have a seahorse now. What do I need that for? But if I can do combat, if I can get into combat with this thing and like fight as this, then that's all right. I can get aboard with that. 10 minutes every hour. Excellent. I would totally race change to a level pair as soon as they unlock. What are the bonfires talking about? What do they do? I'm missing info on Midsummer. So, we'll show you. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get that add-on. I'm going to restart my app. My game, actually. So there's going to be a black screen for a second. I'm probably going to get up for a second. And, stretch and then come right back. And then I will show you exactly what is up and going on. We'll do a very, very mini Midsummer 2018 catch-up guide. But right now I'm just updating my app that will let me think. Wait for the box of puppies. Wait for the box of puppies. Oh, probably should have waited for the box of puppies. Oh well. Handy notes and their Midsummer supplemental. If there's a mount for fishing. There's a variety of mounts for fishing. There's a couple different ones. You should be able to actually open up your mount journal and search. You should be able to, in your mount journal, I think, so, not all of them, but several of them, you can see, those are 3 fishing mounts. There are more of them, but those are the big ones anyways. Alright, so what did he say? It was candy buckets, or we could use handy notes. I have a special relationship with handy notes in which, like, I use it and then I get so annoyed. I do have it, though. What did he say it was? Handy notes Midsummer supplemental? I guess I can try 2 of them. I can try getting 2 things. It's not like there's a limited number of add-ons that you can get. Alright, so candy buckets. Candy. See if I can figure out what it's called. Candy buckets, there we go. And then we can also get the handy notes Midsummer thing if I can find it. And then I'll restart my game and we can kind of compare those 2 add-ons. See which one's better. Oh my goodness, I should have used more specific search terms. No, that's not what I want. I can't find the handy notes one. I believe you that there is one. Like, I see all their modules here, but I don't see the specific Midsummer one. World Quest, Rainer Treasures, Timeless Isle, Forgotten Hippogriff, Summer Festival. That's probably the one. That sounds about right. Okay. I am going to get up and be right back, and then I'll restart the game. We'll check those out and kind of compare them. And in the meantime, here, you guys can chat. Catch up with the fish. Ask him how he's been. So, when you install a new add-on, Can you get away with, like, just reloading, or do you need to actually, like, I'm gonna restart the whole game, but I've never tried to not do that. Keeping the game to their classes. Mitch, I'm not really sure what I don't think I quite understand. After 9 years, I finally finished the Long Strange Journey achievement. Grats! Nice. Thanks, Kitten Fluffy. Look up all the handy notes. Don't type supplemental. Candy buckets will let you track it. They do the same thing. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this on... what's a good character to do this on? I mean, a mage can port around. My priest has a good amount of teleports. I'll just do it on this character. I'm going to check out the UI of those two add-ons and kind of compare them. Slash waves to the fish. Thank you. Oh my god, MG fishies. That's funny. He's a good boy. Even if I get new fish, he's still going to be my favorite. Until I one day get goldfish. Team Dolores or Team Maeve? Very much Team Maeve. It's very hard to stick with Dolores. She's I'm really excited for next week though. Westworld's been really cool. I've been all about it. All right, so I'm assuming. Let me just let my UI load in. It always takes a minute. Get a new cup of tea here. Oh man, I don't know if I should try and do the fish thing today. I feel like I could do it. I feel like I need to think it through more. Maybe if I just don't worry about recording it and just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. The vent on the left side. So right now it actually does nothing. That used to be an intake for the filter, but the filter that was built into the tank, I was never really able to get it to a flow rate I was happy with. And it didn't really have room for proper media anyways. All it came with was carbon. So eventually I switched the tank onto the sponge filter, which is running in the back left, and that filter is no longer plugged in, doesn't do anything, and is now basically just a place where the roots of the pothos plant that are kind of, I guess you can't really see, but there's a plant that's on the top that the roots are down there. Next time walking to be added to the warlords. When you get rid of an atom, what do you call it? Add off? Take off? Take away? Okay, so you can see that I have I said I need to disable one of the add-ons. Let's start by disabling handy notes so we can take a look at candy buckets, and then we'll take a look at the other ones. So let's start by turning those off and reloading. What game are you playing? Hi, Lazy Crump. I am playing World of Warcraft. Legion. But the next expansion is coming up in a month or two. Right now it's a summer holiday event. So I was doing some of one event, but I'm switching gears now because the last one was not going very quickly, and we're taking a look at different add-ons, different mods that you can use to find bonfire locations for this Midsummer Fire Festival event. So once my UI loads in, we'll take a look at this one. Yeah, it's TSM. Multi-core support. Everyone is multi-core CPU. Singles unacceptable. Yeah, that would be real good. It's definitely a TSM loading time. I'm so excited for a computer rebuild. Probably September, October. Once I can get my hands on a fresh graphics card and a fresh processor, I'll probably just build. Legion achievements for Midsummer, not that I know of, or at least if there were any, then they would have been added last time. I don't think they've really done much with it. Okay, so this is going to be candy buckets, because we turned off handy notes. So this is what the candy buckets add-on does. Shows you coordinates, also has an icon on your map. Let's see what it looks like on the mini map. But basically just puts them on your map, and it looked like the Drain Our Treasures thing was doing a similar thing. It shows you phased. This seems like it's exactly what I want, because all you need to do for Midsummer, fly around to those bonfires. You can see whether or not you need to honor or desecrate them, so friendly or not friendly ones. If they're not friendly, you do need to be careful. Specifically if you're Alliance and you're trying to desecrate the Duratar one, maybe just don't. Unless you really need the achievement, maybe just don't. That one's really annoying, because there's guards and they will shoot you and you will die. Okay. So I need a whole bunch of blossoms. So with that in mind then, if that's what Candy Buckets is, I'm probably going to use that one. I'm also going to disable TSM just for now while we're doing a bunch of reloading. So disable TSM, turn handy notes on, and turn the candy bucket off. I'm probably going to use candy buckets because I really like the look of that one so far. And I found that on the Twitch app just with candy buckets. Gonna dance around some poles, play with fire. I don't want to do the dailies. Are they a lot of blossoms? It's been a while since I've done it. The pole dance thing is one thing, but the like the torch throwing, I feel like I've done a lot of it over the years. There's several Midsummer pets to get, so not that one. Maybe that one. Ah, that is a Midsummer one. For whatever reason, I could have sworn that was the I'm mixing it up with the purple one that you get from Firelands, but there's 4 pets for blossoms available. And then for toys, hang on, I'm in a tree. Okay, so wait, is this not candy buckets? Okay, so it's exactly the same thing. They even use the same icons. So either one of those add-ons would do the trick. I'm probably just going to use candy buckets because I have this weird thing where, weird thing. Alright, so I want to be Hazel. I want to use candy buckets. And I'll probably turn off the redundant one, but they seem to do the exact same thing. I feel like the candy buckets icons were like 5% prettier. I don't know if that's true. Shows in the minimap disappears as you do them, exactly what Handy Notes does. Horde guards don't mess around. Yeah, especially the, what's that town called actually? What's the Razor Hill guards? The Razor Hill guards in particular. They mean business. They take their jobs very seriously. Okay. So, wait, do I need to... I thought I could just click on it. I don't remember. Oh, no, I did it already. I didn't need to actually... That's for lighting the fire. I don't need to do that. So, I have caught 5 blossoms so for the toys that I need, if we're looking at Midsummer, I only have one of them. How do I only have one of them? I could have sworn I got at least one of these ones at one day. 500, 1,000. I need 1,350 blossoms. You get more for desecrating the fires, but not that many. At least we can fly around for a little bit, you know, get some bonding time with different mounts. Are they age buyable? The pets, I believe, are. The toys are not. But I think you can buy any of these pets on the auction house. Some of them are going to be more, let's see, cageable. Yeah, they're all cageable, so you can buy any of them on the auction house. You're probably going to pay a fair bit for them, but not that bad. The toys, though, if you want them, you're going to need to get them. The Midsummer vendor should be in the town. So the Stormwind one is probably going to be near the daily area, which I believe is over here-ish. So that's probably where the Stormwind one is. And then I think that the Orgrimmar one, it's been a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Orgrimmar one is like out front of Orgrimmar. I think. The Frostlord? Oh, that's a good idea. Let's queue for that. I'm just gonna queue right up. I'm not gonna... love your videos and content. Just wanted to drop by. Say kudos. Well, thanks, Dana. Do at least one pole dance event. Then you can title the vid Hazel Does Pole Dancing. Huge SEO. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. I'm also drinking Earl Grey, but this one tastes a bit like dishwashing liquid. You don't have to drink it. That's a lesson that I'm only starting to learn now, is that it's okay. It's okay to, if it's not good, if you're not enjoying it, you don't have to. You can just make something else. As a kid, I was always raised to finish things that were offered to me to be polite, which is still a very good thing to do. But I kind of applied that to things that I myself made. Like, I really didn't want to waste something, so if I bought it, and then it turns out that I just didn't like it, I would just keep drinking it anyways, being like, man, I just have to get through this. I just have to finish it so that I don't have to drink it anymore. And then I'm only just now starting to get on board with the concept of you can just toss it. Although, with tea specifically, I don't know if it would work for that one, but for some of my teas, I've had some success by brewing them just like really strong and then adding a lot of milk and sugar. I had a Chinese one that I really wasn't enjoying until I did that, and then I loved it. And I'm thinking of getting more. How do you get gold? You've been playing for 5 years, never earned 1k by myself on one character. So in Legion, you can earn 1k by just doing a gold mission. Very, very easy. You can also earn 1k by doing an emissary. That'll give you like, if you get gold from your emissary cache, which requires you to just do 4 world quests, that'll get you like 600-700 gold. I do have videos on making gold in Legion, and I'm probably going to do some on making gold BFA, but these days, hang on, my buttons are awful. Where's my renew button? What if I want to renew somebody? I don't know what I'm doing here. Hopefully this isn't scaled as hard as the time walking thing was. Yeah, missions, world quests, do craft, gather. Gathering is less good right now. We're kind of in the end of the expansion cycle where people aren't really making as many things, so you don't necessarily, you're not going to do as well from fishing or collecting herbs as you would have earlier in the expansion. But just world quests and missions, man. That'll get you started. That'll get you quite a bit of gold. A lot of my gold is from that. Lady Grey is milder. I've never tried Lady Grey. Those were the years when I was younger, wanted to explore everything. Don't forget the bonfires and the horde capitals. They give 25 blossoms. That's true. That's true. That's a good idea. I should, man, I don't know what I'm gonna find. I'm feeling very, very unmotivated to do the blossom grind, but I do want the toys. They even sound cool. They even sound neat. Like, you get to be a fiery defender. You get an extra, I could do without the bonfire, even though that's the cheapest one. The fiery defender thing sounds cool, and then lighting yourself on fire sounds just perfect. Exactly what's needed. There's just so many of them. Have you gotten the illusion from this boss yet? I don't know. I thought so.
Change target.
Oh god, that's me. Oh lord. Oh no. Oh, I never wanted to hear my own voice. I forgot that I had installed my own DBM voice pack to test if it was working. I gotta get rid of that. It's weird when it's you. Oh, that scared me. Can you keep queuing this dungeon to get the scythe? I don't know. Actually, how do I tell if I have the thing? How do I tell if I have it? Oh, I get 20 for doing that one. That's not bad. All 4 capital bonfires, you get a transmog item. Happy to catch your stream live. Been watching most of your videos. Thanks for all the pet battle strats. This came in handy. Well, thanks for watching, Natasha. Appreciate it. Farming Legion mats. Legacy farms are alive. Save them. No one will farm them from the new expansion. Okay, I want to check my transmog collection. So appearances. Weapon enchantment. What was it called? What was it called? Frost something? Search is not available. What do you mean search is not available? What do you mean? Why not? I have Primal Victory. Bust. I mean, I guess I can mouse over them all and find out. Wow, there's a lot of enchanting. How do I not have these Tome of Illusions ones? I should just make those. I'm an enchanter. How hard are they? I should really do that. I could get all of these different enchanting appearances. I usually just put on the PvP one because it's like the only thing that I have that's hard to get, that I'm actually proud of getting. Well, I don't see it in the not having done it. Does that mean anything? Is it that one? Death Frost? Death Frost. Death. I have Soul Frost. That's not right. Alright, I want to say no. I don't have it. I should probably... am I ever going to use it? We hear you on DBM voice. Yeah. It's, that's the thing that I did. Alright, so you said the horde ones are really good to do. I guess I would get around to them as I'm doing like the tour. I just need to find a time when I can feel not guilty about just like sitting down and watching a bunch of videos about something and then do this grind at the same time. I thought it'd queue for the Midsummer boss. Current wait time 14 minutes. Can we just go there and solo it? I don't think so. Maybe. But I think you actually need to queue for that one. I think you need to queue for it if you're going to get the holiday version of it. If you are able to, if you play something that can queue as either a tank or a healer, I would strongly recommend that. It's not such a hard fight that you won't be able to do it. So, and that's how I got my fast queues. I just queued as a healer. But if you play something that's DPS only, then that's a bit of a bummer. Anything new to buy? Nothing new this year, no. You had it in the last stage. Everyone has cool transmogs. Look at the snow cub. I want to catch it, but it's too cute to hurt. You don't hurt. I guess you do hurt it a little bit. But you can, like, just bark at it with a cute puppy and then capture it, and then you're good, you know? The reaction of your voice is legit me when I hear my voice echo at me in a call or when I hear it in a video. But when you get the Discord voice echo, oh man, this add-on's amazing. This is so much better than like dual monitoring it to this is so much better than dual monitoring it. Maybe I'll do like a real quick video just to show off this stuff. This is great. Why have I never done this before? I can actually watch a stream. It's like 3 a.m., but I won't go to sleep before my leopard gecko that escaped. Oh, I hope you find him or her. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Leopard geckos are so... I've been watching some of them on YouTube, and then I follow somebody on Instagram that has one that's just really precious. I hope you find her. What has happened? Wish warlocks could tank, tick the box, and say we'll use Voidwalker. I used to want that for hunters. I used to want to be able to build a hunter tank spec where I just, like, set up this beefy gorilla dude and, you know, name him Winston and just let him tank. That would be great. You had Death Frost on the last page? Oh, I did have it? Did I? Hang on. I had Death Frost on the last page. Oh, on this page? Because this is the stuff that I don't have yet. Okay, I see, yeah. Yeah, I think that the ones that with the not blue background, yeah, if it says the source, then I don't have it. Gotcha. But I can, like, see what it would look like. Alright, so it's got, like, it's got some snowflakes. I don't think that's that much, like, if you want cold, you got that. Like, that's way better. And then if you want super cool, okay, it's not super cool, but it's, I forgot to buy the red one. Where am I going? Oh, I missed one. Turn around. Turn around. 600 flowers, 18 players, 18 level 110 BOA tokens. What? Hazel, I just got it. Grats! Discord voice echoes make my ears cry for mercy. Every time I run Lord of Hoon, I flash back to Wrath. When I could tank any spec, I tanked as Frost. Back when everything had resist. What stat would you guys like to see come back? Like, they've removed a couple of stats over the years. Is there any stat in particular that you would like to see return? Because I miss, I know it's dumb, but I kind of had a thing for MP5. I feel like the spirit thing never really gave me quite the same feeling of, man, I'm getting tangible mana back that I'll be able to use as MP5 did. I'm good without hit. I'm ready to be good without versatility, but I feel like we're sticking with that one. And then, but they've made and gotten rid of a couple of stats. So how many are we at now? How many blossoms we got? Where did I put my blossoms? So we are 25. And then the satchel had another 7. We're at 30 of like 500. Oh boy. Armor pen. What are stats? Are these vanilla things? Not resilience. Oh yeah, no. Resilience. Nope. Nope. I love you. I'm your biggest fan. Shout me out. Is that Pecan official? Altan Taurus run for me. Have a great weekend, everybody. Grats. You missed leveling weapon skill, but that's probably just nostalgia. Yeah, I remember it. I don't know if I miss it. Most of the changes that they've made over the years are things that I've been pretty excited about. There's so many different reasons why I don't want to go back and play vanilla. Because there's a lot of the things that I really enjoy were not there back then. I really love the collecting aspect of the game and like the account-wide nature of it, of collecting pets and toys and mounts and tabards and appearances. I love that. I love that if I want, I can just open up Wardrobe Helper, I can refresh these items. I can say, you know what? Maybe today I want to go get every appearance in Scarlet Halls, and I just go kill these dudes over and over again to try and get like this appearance, and then I'll have that on my account forever. Even though I'll never use it, I can still like work on these percentages. Like, I think that that's cool. I think it's cool. I need better words. I call everything cool. There's cool, there's really cool, there's super cool. I really need to expand my vocabulary. Okay. Alright, so now we're up to 47. I guess it's not that bad. If you get 10 from doing the enemy fires. I've just been hitting up, like, Alliance-y areas so far. Hi, Hazel and everyone. Hi, Hazel. Sorry I'm late. What's odd is having your DBM voice pack go off in games while you were on live streams, and then yours went off at the same time, so I heard you in triple. Oh, man. If you guys could go back to any expansion, I wouldn't go back. I mean, if I was going back in time, then I would probably go back to Cataclysm so that I could make different decisions in my life, and then, and also Cata was fun. But if I'm just going back to a past WoW expansion, I'd like it like this. What add-on was that? The candy bucket finding add-on is called, or the bonfire finding add-on is called Candy Buckets. The add-on that made my voice happen was DBM. Alright. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock. I am gonna wrap this up and then figure out if today is the day or not for the fish thing. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'll be back next week with some kind of videos. We're gonna make videos and they're gonna go out and then it'll be a thing. Maybe I'll be a little bit less all over the place. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for our Matt Run stream.